Hey, what's up you guys? It is Jensen. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at my R53 Mini Cooper S, and I'm just gonna show you everything about it, and hopefully this will be a really informational video for someone who's thinking about buying a Mini Cooper. There's also like some tips and things that you should know when buying a foreign car. Okay, just washed her. She's glowing a little bit. That's what I love about this color. It's so, like, just unique and bright. Like, it just sticks out. Even when it's dirty, like, you can see it. Like, when the corn's down, you can see it parked at my house from, like, a mile away. This is her more decent side. And actually, she has been wrecked. Not my fault, though. About a few months ago, back in May, I was sitting at a red light and the light turned green, so naturally I went and a lady ran the red light and T-boned me right in the driver's side. It was really scary, but she wasn't totaled. I got really lucky. It was only the door and the door jamb specifically that got damaged. There was no like other body damage. There was no frame damage. I got so lucky. It didn't even touch my wheels. Or the suspension, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, so this door was actually repainted at a body shop. It used to be like a dark blue, but it came from a different R53. For those of you who don't know, R53 is the first gen of Mini Coopers. If you've ever seen like the Italian Job, those are R53s. Cooper S. And S stands for sport, but also the first gen of minis are supercharged if it's a sport, and then the second and third gens, like from there on, were turboed. So my car has a supercharger, which is really cool. Makes me feel pretty special. Also, like, I have these wheels that were originally turquoise, and I plasti dipped them. This isn't a Mini Cooper thing, this is just a car thing in general. White plasti dip is impossible to clean if there's no clear coat on it, so I gotta like do something and respray them and then get a clear coat on top. From afar, you can't tell they're dirty, but like up close,
far away it's okay, but up close it's a big old mess.
It's just such a textured like material that it just like soaks in the dirt. So this is the interior of my car, recently cleaned. I do have a custom dash that I made myself. Now this was the first thing that I ever did to my car. It is hydro dipped, so I sprayed it blue, and I was actually having a lot of problems with the blue cracking. Like, for some reason the spray paint would not stay without cracking, so it cracked a few times. Sand it down, repaint it, and then the last time it cracked I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do something to like cover it up. And there was actually only like one piece that cracked actually that bad. So I took pink spray paint in a bucket with water and hydro dipped it, and these plastic pieces like honestly come out so easy, like they just pop out. These also used to be this color. I can't get this off and I really don't feel like breaking it, so that one is gonna stay. But yeah, so I painted all of these black, all of those black, and these come out so easy. And then like this spray painted. These were also like a ugly, like cheap looking gray plastic, so those are black and sparkly now, so that's nice. She is an automatic. However, all Mini Cooper automatics have a slapstick, and you can drive it like a manual, just so you can kind of be in control of like your gear. And that is like what makes my car pop. Like I took the exhaust, half of the exhaust off my car, so it pops like really loud, like the way that a normal car would if it was tuned. So it's pretty cool actually. Drive it in a manual slapstick. Put my foot on the brake, pull this down into drive, then you're gonna go over, see where it says MS? Now you're in sport drive. But if you pull it down, or pull it up, sorry. See, now it says manual 1. So that is your first gear. And then if you watch your RPMs, pull it down, and you'll go into second gear. It is a 6-speed, so your gears are a little shorter, but it's pretty cool. Also, I have, so this is a Grip Royal aftermarket steering wheel. Taking the original steering wheel off of this car was so hard, but we did it. There's just like a couple of like things that you had to hit like right at the right place, and then it would like pop off. Also had to unplug the battery when we did it so that the airbag didn't deploy. So there is no airbag here. Also, another thing about specifically like 2005 Mini Coopers is that there is a recall on the airbags in the beams right here. So when I was hit in my wreck, they did not deploy, which is fine because I honestly feel like that would have totaled my car because it's so expensive to replace those. But I'm fine, so. And then I have like the Supreme beams on the front and back, and then my headliner was falling down, my original one, so I got this like really pretty purpley like holographic looking one. Also, I have it's a Pioneer aftermarket radio. It is really nice. It looks way nicer than the original, kind of cheaper looking one. It does have a CD player, Bluetooth. I can charge my phone and listen to music, radio, all that good stuff. Mini Coopers are notorious for being like tiny, you know, like really small. So if you are going to get a sub, good luck. Mine fits one sub box. I want to say it's 24 inches, but it would only fit if I put my back seat down. So she's a little 2-seater now, which is fine, and then you have like your amp and everything. Another thing, the aftermarket radio was pretty difficult to figure out. You had to have the right wiring harness, and you have to have the right like amp and everything to like bypass it. We went to Best Buy and the guy like looked it up and gave us what the computer said, and it was not right. So do your own research before, make sure you know exactly what you need. And then she also has the upgraded sound system with the Harman Kardon, which is like the nicest speakers that BMW makes. Mini Coopers, fun fact, Mini Coopers are owned by BMW. So Mini Cooper and Infiniti are both BMW cars. So she is a hatch and doesn't shut all the way. And that's fine. I got some rust. Ooh, that's a new spot. Oh boy. Got some rust here, and then I have some rust there and some body work, like a dent like right there. Got that quoted at a shop for about $1,400, so that's gonna be a while before we fix that, but that's okay. It's really not that bad, right? One thing that's huge about these cars is that they have to have premium gas. Oh my gosh, like premium gas only in Mini Coopers. It doesn't matter if it's an S or normal, like these are specifically like foreign engines that are built England and Europe, like Germany, where these cars are like originally made. They have way cleaner gas than we do in America. So the unleaded is so dirty here that it can cause carbon buildup, and that's really common with a lot of like sport cars. So just be aware that you have to put premium in this. Like, and when you're buying this car, like, I'm sure you're gonna buy it used because these can be really expensive brand new, but I mean, if you do, good for you. But just make sure you ask the owner, like, what kind of oil, what kind of gas are you using? And that's another thing, like, what's weird about this car is that the hood pop is on the passenger side, which actually isn't that weird if you think about it, because they, like in England, that would be the driver's side. But yeah, here's the hood, and I just want to show you here. Read this when you get your car. Synthetic motor oil. Oh my gosh, I do not put the cheapest oil in there. Just for the love of God, if you want this car to last, just do what it's supposed to take. I take my car to a guy here in town. He's kind of like a low-key, like out in the middle of nowhere guy. You know, they're just a bunch of country folk that work on cars. He's my mini guy. Like, he knows how to fix these things, and he's not that expensive. And honestly, you're better off finding someone like that than someone who, like a big company. But then you can also take it somewhere, like I just took this to Dodge Button to get an alignment like a couple months ago. So it's not like a big deal. It is a foreign car, but like it's no different. It's no like more expensive than honestly other cars like to get fixed. Like, body work is body work and engine work is engine work. However, she does have some problems. I don't know if you guys can see, but the windshield cracked on me. That's probably just because it's an OEM and it's hot out. I haven't had it for 15 years, but it is a 15-year-old car. Also, I've had to replace the starter and the alternator in this car. That can be a problem, but it really wasn't that expensive. I want to say like around 200. Also, I've had to replace a bunch of tie rods in my car. I think 2. Actually, I think only like 2. Luckily, my boyfriend is like really handy with that and can do it himself. However, if you take it to a shop, it's gonna be really pricey. And if you have tie rod issues, you cannot get an alignment, and alignments are like really important for like the tread on your wheels. Also, another thing, a problem that I have had with this car that has lasted a long time that I haven't fixed is the power steering. The power steering pump completely went out a few months ago, and for a while it had been like leaking fluid, and I would be putting more in to like stop it. I've noticed like the pump is like completely broken. Like, we bought more fluid and it didn't. And I think part of the problem was that I didn't put specific Mini Cooper power steering fluid in it, which they do have at O'Reilly. It's like 30 bucks. Yikes. The power steering pump is like way down in there. Like, it needs to be on a lift to like get this thing out. And at the shop that I go to for her, it was gonna be about $500. So that's another thing that me and my boyfriend are gonna try and figure out together. Honestly, I feel like these cars have kind of a bad reputation for not being reliable, but I promise you, like, for the age that it is, like, you get kind of what you pay for. But like, if you take care of it, if you put the right gas in, you put the right oil in, you change your oil when you're supposed to, the things that, you know, you're supposed to do with a car, you know, you wash it a lot so that the dirt doesn't like build up in the paint, like, they will last. I promise you they will last. And like, every car has problems, but just because it's a Mini or just because it's foreign, German, whatever, like, that shouldn't make or break your decision of buying this car. I will say, like, insurance can be a little expensive because they are sports cars, but there's always a way around that kind of stuff, I guess. So I don't regret like buying this car ever at all. Like, she is my baby. Also, like, the biggest thing I've ever purchased, and like, it literally defines me. Like, my car is so me. I want to keep her forever. Someday when I have a really good job, pay it off and get myself a daily, and then like just slam her and wrap her and put crazy things on it. I don't know. She might be a little different here in a couple years, but yeah. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational. I hope you learned about Mini Coopers a little bit, and I hope that I have persuaded you a little bit to buy one. I just want you to be careful. If you buy from a dealership, they're gonna gyp you of your money. I got this car when it had 120 miles on it for $5,500, which is a pretty good deal for these types of cars. The Kelley Blue Book says my car is still worth about $4,500, even though she's got like 167 miles on it now. So they're good, they're great. I hope nothing breaks after I make this video. I feel like I'm jinxing myself really bad, but anyway, don't forget to comment and subscribe and let me know what kind of content you guys want to see next. I feel like my car videos seem to get a little bit more attention, maybe not always in the best way, but it's still a view count, so whatever. Alright, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Okay, one last thing. I said my car pops, so I'm gonna try to demonstrate that for you guys by just driving down the road and coming back. You'll see. It's really funny. Okay, not the loudest it's ever been, but hopefully that was a good representation, and I hope you could hear me coming down the road.